Some women have a sixth sense about these things, but I was not one of them. I thought I was happy, or at least I thought I was in a happy marriage. My husband, Vikram, and I had built a life together in a gentrifying neighborhood in Brooklyn. We had a beautiful baby, a thriving business, and a cozy little home. Or so I thought. Vikram and I had been high school sweethearts. We met in our senior year and were inseparable. He was charming, handsome, and made me feel like I was the only woman in the world. When we got married, I thought I had found my soulmate. We started our business together, a small boutique fitness studio, and it quickly took off. Vikram was the face of the business, and I handled the behind-the-scenes work. We were a team, or so I thought. After I gave birth to our baby, everything changed. Vikram started working out obsessively and losing weight. He would come home from the gym, smelling like cologne and looking like a completely different person. He started buying new clothes, expensive suits, and designer shoes. I thought he was just trying to impress me, but looking back, I realized he was trying to impress someone else. At first, it was small things. He would stop saying, "I love you" first. I would say it and he would just smile and say it back, but not initiate it himself. I brushed it off as him being stressed with work. But then he started making comments about my appearance, my weight, and my hair. He would compare me to other women, saying I was lucky to have him because I was not as beautiful or as fit as they were. I tried to brush it off, but it hurt. It hurt a lot. I remember one time we were getting ready for a night out, and I was feeling particularly self-conscious about my body. He looked at me and said, "You know, you are really lucky to have me. I am a catch. Most women would kill to be with someone like me." I felt a sting, but I pushed it aside, telling myself I was being too sensitive. But then, he started sleeping in separate rooms. He said it was because I snored too loudly, but I knew that was not true. I had always snored, and he had never complained before. It was a subtle change, but it felt like a huge distance between us. My neighbor, Mrs. Jenkins, would often see him sneaking around at night, and I would brush it off as him going for a run or to grab a snack. She would look at me with a knowing glint in her eye, and I would feel a pang of doubt. I was too scared to investigate, too scared to know the truth. But my children deserve better than to see their father disrespect me like this. They deserve to see a strong, empowered mother. And then one day, it all came crashing down. We were at my parents' house for dinner, and Vikram's mother was there too. We were all chatting, laughing, and having a great time. And then, out of nowhere, she said, "Vikram, I am so glad you are doing well. I was just talking to your girlfriend the other day." My heart stopped. I felt like I had been punched in the gut. "Girlfriend?" I repeated, trying to keep my voice steady. Vikram's face turned white, and he tried to intervene, but it was too late. His mother continued, "Yes, I met her at your office. She is a lovely girl. You two are perfect for each other." I felt like I was going to throw up. I excused myself and ran to the bathroom, where I proceeded to cry and hyperventilate. I could not breathe. I could not think. As I looked back on our relationship, I realized that there were so many red flags I had ignored. He had stopped being affectionate, stopped being interested in me. He had become critical and distant, and I had let it slide, thinking that I was being too sensitive, that I was being too insecure. But now, I knew the truth. Vikram had been lying to me for 4 years. 4 years of my life gone. 4 years of my love wasted. I took a deep breath and walked back to the dinner table, determined to confront him. But I knew I needed to gather more information, to know the extent of his betrayal. I needed to know who this woman was and what she meant to him. As I sat back down, Vikram tried to play it cool, but I could see the guilt written all over his face. I knew I had to be strong, for myself and for my children. I knew I had to take back control of my life. But how? It would take everything I had to confront him, to confront the pain and the betrayal. But I was ready. I was ready to take back my life, to take back my power. The question was I ready for what came next? I looked at Vikram, and for a moment, I saw the man I thought I loved. But then I saw the stranger he had become, and I knew I had a choice to make. I could stay in this toxic relationship, or I could walk away. I could forgive him, or I could make him face the consequences of his actions. As I looked at him, I knew what I had to do. I had to take back my life, no matter what it took. But little did I know, the real battle was just beginning.